think I did it.
Oh.
What did you do?
I'm just going to keep refreshing
I'm just going to keep waiting for Michelle. I heard something in the background. Is that us?
Oh.
We're amazing!
Oh, here we go. I'm just going to keep refreshing.
I'm just going to keep...
Oh, wait, I got to mute it.
You got to mute that.
Okay.
Is that us?
I didn't realize you were wearing a hockey jersey. We don't have central air conditioning, or I would do the same. Oh, wait, I got to mute it.
You got to mute that.
Okay. Hello, everybody.
Now we can hear it through my screen. Okay. Welcome to this very professional Twitch stream, YouTube of the NWHL Draft Show. Thank you for joining us. I'm your hostess, co-hostingist, GamerDoc, and this is my compatriot, Eleni.
Hello. I hope you're ready to party.
I don't know if you all have noticed or complimented yet, but Eleni has a new camera and a new microphone. So if you didn't notice, how dare you? So you have that to blame for yourself. Michelle, you're perfect. So thank you all for showing up. We are doing a wonderful, wonderful draft show because why not? We will also want to encourage you, please pull up the Twitch for the NWHL. We love them. Eric Ayala is amazing. Please have both of these tabs open. We are not trying to compete with them. We're not trying to take love from them. But yes. Oh, Eleni, I think we have a first draft picked already in.
Oh boy. Okay. All right. Here we go.
Oh my God. Okay.
I'm sweating already, and it's definitely because of the draft and not for any other reason.
Oh my God. Okay. It's the Connecticut Whale too.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay, y'all. The Connecticut Whale needs something. They need. All
right. So they've taken Taylor Gerard from Quinnipiac. So here's what I know about Quinnipiac: cats, which we love; Connecticut, which we love. The vibes are already incredible. I will be honest. All I know right now about Taylor is that she is a forward, but we're gonna do some sleuthing.
Gerard with an I.
Yeah, like Samuel Gerard, but cooler because she plays in the NWHL now.
Oh my God, she's from Michigan. I'm from Michigan. She's from Michigan.
Did you know that there is also an actor whose name is Taylor Gerard?
No, I did not.
And his most recent hit was Cowboy in Indiana, which seems a little much.
Thank you for bringing me this information. I don't know what I would do without you. Happy birthday, Anne.
Happy birthday, Anne.
Happy birthday, Anne.
Absolutely.
So
I'm trying to find this person's Instagram.
Oh yeah, bring that up. So she played for Honey Baked. She's crushing it, and then she played for Lindenwood University for 3 years, and then Quinnipiac for 2. I mean, good for her. She played in.
I have her Instagram.
Okay. What's her Instagram?
It's Taylor_Gerard.
That's very hard to find.
Why did a plane just fly directly over my house?
Yes, she is crushing it. Looks like she likes the beach. Okay, I don't think we can put this on the YouTube. I'm just gonna go back a little bit. Hold on, what happened to our formatting? Oh, Michelle, will you turn your camera back on? Please! Please, Michelle!
She is a Red Wings fan.
Oh, wait, no. Wait, Eleni, will you unshare your screen?
Yes.
Please. Thank you, all my formatting got. Our next draft pick is in! Taylor Gerard!
There you go.
All right. This is the most professional draft pick show you've ever seen in your entire life. Okay, what's the next one?
RMU defender Emily Harley. The Buttes have been needing defense, and they really have gone out there this offseason and just crushed it on that level. So RMU also recently had their program yanked out from under them by the man, capital T, capital M. So I'm sure she will come with a chip on her shoulder ready to win a cup, which is what we and they want.
Wait, so I don't get this. Okay, I get the Buttes' issue in the bubble wasn't defense, though.
No.
It was scoring goals.
Yeah, but scoring goals starts with having defensemen who can move the puck up the ice to your forwards, right?
I mean, yeah, sure.
Okay. I'm not saying that they need people who can play better defense. I'm saying they need people in the defensive position who can quarterback the play. And the problem is the person that you had before who could do that was MJP, but MJP is also so good at defense that if she's playing offense, you've got this huge hole on defense. You either needed someone who could do what she was doing on defense or someone who could do what she was doing on offense.
Wait, but in counterpoint, Emily Harley, in her total career at RMU, has scored 10 goals.
Right. So what I'm saying is her thing is playing defense. So MJP's thing is going to be quarterbacking the offense.
All right.
I don't know. I mean, we'll see. Her Instagram is private, sadly. But her profile picture on Instagram is her with a puppy, which is just incredible vibes already.
I mean,
in my opinion.
It looks like she's a solid defender. You know, some of their defenders have not expressed their intent to return yet, so we're not entirely sure what's happening with that lineup. I mean, if Taylor Kersey's healthy, then I'm for it. But we got our next draft pick, so there's no time for shenanigans.
Oh boy,
Eleni, there's no time for shenanigans.
Okay.
Stop shenanigizing this stream.
I can't stop shenanigizing.
You're shenanigizing this stream, and I'm here for it, and that's why I love you. I'm actually gonna close my thing so I can see chat.
Okay, so Coach Crowley from BC is announcing the third selection in the draft.
Oh my God, yes.
To Toronto, which is amazing because actually there have not been that many BC players there have been BC players drafted like McKenna Newkirk who didn't play in the NWHL. So kind of cool to see the coach, who I love and is amazing, talking about the NWHL at all. We'll see who the pick is.
I'm proud of what
the NWHL... BC's
is.
Megan Barris is going to the Toronto Six. I actually do know a lot about Megan Barris because BC is my alma mater. I couldn't remember the word. She is so fun. She's gritty, but like not in a way where she's the perfect kind of gritty for Toronto. I'm not going to tell you she's not going to take penalties. She's going to take penalties. But the thing is, Toronto's probably good enough at killing penalties that it doesn't matter. And thinking about Megan Barris on a line with Michaela Grant-Mentis is like, I mean...
Compare her to a player who's currently in the league.
Well, I don't know if she's coming back, but Iveta Klimasova with like the scoring touch of...
You had me at Klimasova.
I mean, she's got that level of physicality, right? But she scores more. So if Iveta Klimasova was scoring at like a 15-goal pace,
that's who the Butte should have picked.
Yeah, but would she have gone there? She's
valid.
I'm pretty sure she's from Canada. So
that's valid. That's another like additive that Toronto has that no one else has, is that like they have their pick of the Canadian players until we get the Montreal team, which we've been teased for like 2 years.
I think after the next full season they'll have. But yeah, I mean, when you're Toronto, like it's like being Boston basically. Like everyone wants to play there. Especially now. I mean, Angela James is your assistant coach, so.
I think we have a new way to spell Megan.
Yes.
Megan. It's
Megan, actually.
Megan? How do you spell it?
Meagan.
QAN?
Yeah. Mae, May, Gan, Gan.
Okay, enough Megans. Our next draft picks in.
Okay, so the general manager of the Marlins is announcing the fourth pick.
What sport is that?
It is men's baseball. Oh. She is the first female GM ever.
Good for her.
In men's baseball. And she's a total badass. So Tatum Skaggs from Ohio State was just taken by Toronto. Here's the thing about Tatum Skaggs. First of all, she's incredible. Second of all, incredible name, right? Mm-hmm. But she did just sign with a team in Austria, so I don't know if she's just planning on staying there until October, or if the Six just didn't know and then they picked her anyway, which has happened before. Not with the Six necessarily, but like in general.
Interesting. So can you, I mean, what is the Six? I don't even know what the Six are trying to like look for in their in their lineup right now, like just
Well,
depth.
so I mean, their overall lineup was kind of thin. Like they didn't have a lot of players, period.
Yeah.
So I think to me, what this is saying is like, we love Michaela Grant-Mentis. We don't want her to have to play 20 minutes a night, which is reasonable, I think.
Yeah.
Tatum Skaggs is a goal scorer. She is extremely fast and very smart with the puck. She's going to be someone who is going to be extremely fun on the power play if she does end up playing there.
Yeah.
And we know she looks good in red already because she was at OSU. So
It's true. Well, so we're checking in with our draft board. The Taylor Six are up, or the Taylor Six. The Tatum Staggs 6 are up again with the next draft pick.
Who allowed that? Why did we let Toronto have 3 picks in a row?
Because friggin' the Pride traded away everything. The Riveters traded away this pick last year, so this was supposed to be the Riveters draft pick.
So Angela James is announcing this one, which is fun because she's their assistant coach now.
Oh.
And they have taken...
Do you think they're going to put Digit up?
Taylor Davidson from York University. So they're picking a defenseman now. I don't think they're going to have Digit do anything, hopefully, but we'll see.
Interesting.
Taylor Davidson, a defenseman. Great idea. I don't know anything about her.
I don't know anything
but
about
first
her.
Of all, well, we don't. I mean, do we know for sure that Tatum isn't signing? Does their season overlap? Is my question. I don't know the answer to that, Spencer. You might know. Taylor Davidson, you need defensive depth. Last time they played in Lake Placid, they were very short on defenders, and they have had one retire already this offseason. So any kind of depth is great, and having ties to U Sports is going to be very important for every Canadian team.
I can't even find her on...
Her name may be different.
Davison. York University Athletics. Let's see how she did on Elite Prospects. Where I'm
So
going.
her major at York University was criminology, which is extremely cool.
Very interesting. Thank you for those facts.
It's from the iceGarden's Twitter, which I think is probably Anne.
I'm also really proud of the NWHL right now for their 630 viewers. I wonder what page of the front page they're on, because that dictates it. Oh, the next draft pick is in.
Okay, here we go.
And so it's the Whitecaps closing out the first round. So when I was
the GM of the Wild is announcing this.
Oh my God, I love that. Bill, look at the camera. Don't look at your teleprompter, Bill. Bill,
Nye,
there you go, Bill. Good job, buddy.
Bill.
Billy
okay, they're
G's here.
taking Mack Langai, Bemidji State. Bemidji State is a massively underrated program.
Never heard of it before.
They are the Beavers, first of all, which is awesome.
That's on brand for us as a.
I just think it's cool to have a different, like, not an eagle.
Go Beavers.
Go Beavers, indeed.
Go Beavers.
Roll beef. Bemidji State gave us Haley Mack, I believe, who is and has been incredible in the NWHL. She was great with Minnesota in the bubble. So having a teammate join her is great.
She went to Shattuck, the prep school.
Of course she did. So she's great. We know.
Yeah, we know she's good.
Has anyone ever come out of that program and not been good at hockey?
No, I don't think so.
It might be illegal.
I mean, it might be illegal too. I agree. Yeah, I wonder. Yeah, I don't know. I love thinking about viewers. So it would always be so weird when we were on the front page of Twitch for Open Ice, and there'd be like 10,000 viewers, but then you like look back at the stats and you're like, oh, there were 40 of them organically. So I wonder I want to know what page of Twitch of the front page they're on, because that way you can tell how many viewers are organic. I think before it went live there was 100, which is great. Like, I want to see the NWHL succeed. Like, I'm happy for them. But I want to know the stats.
Why are they going so fast? I feel like that TikTok sound.
Right? Like, I don't know why they're going so fast. I think maybe because it's live, because they've got people live in chat. You know, they've got producer, they've got Erica, they've got Katie. As opposed to last year, it was just a pre-recorded video.
True.
Or not video, but just Twitter post. You know?
Okay, who has the best first name or last name from round one?
Okay, let's review the draft board. So we've got Taylor Gerard, Emily Harley, Megan Barris, Tatum Skaggs, Taylor Davidson. Oh my, that's gonna be confusing. Mack. I think Mack. That's just a great name. Come on.
Last name though. Last name. I think last name, it's got to be Tatum Skaggs. First name, it's got to be Mack. But if you're comparing like total first and last name, Tatum and Mack, I mean, to me, Tatum Skaggs is an all-time hockey name.
I can't keep up. I can't search this fast.
Okay. They're taking a break.
Oh,
Let me see if I can
Mike.
find Tatum Skaggs' Instagram and see if we can get any clues.
Okay. I want to do this too. I'm excited. Okay.
Tatum Skaggs.
Tatum Skaggs.
Okay, well, it is a private account, so that's not helpful.
That's unfortunate. What about Mack Lange? I just love that name. Like, do you think someone named her Mack?
Mack is also a private account.
Oh, it's Michaela. Duh.
Oh, she goes by Mack. Wait, I mean, okay, Tatum might be winning then. No offense to Mackenzie.
No, I agree. I mean, but the name shortening is great, but...
Who did I not look up? Did I look up everybody?
Chipwich! Guys,
no.
We should get sponsored by Chipwich, I'm just saying.
I would love that.
I will eat a Chipwich live on every stream.
They are Star Wars names, Mike, you're right. Who did I not look up? What's the girl's name? Taylor Davison.
Oh my god.
Okay, so first of all, Christina Putina follows her, so endorsed already. Her Instagram is also private. These girls know what they're doing. I would not be smart enough to put my Instagram on private before getting drafted into a professional sports league. I'm not sure what you would see at this point. Actually, it is already on private, so I guess I'm lying. But
and I am not surprised too, but the standard Twitch ad break is 2 minutes long, so I think we have 2 minutes. Chipwich, guys, I will literally shove a Chipwich in my face every single episode.
I will also do this.
And Michelle will do it too.
I might be doing it anyway.
Michelle will do it too, but just like off camera. We'll just hear the sounds. It'll be a lot of like yummy noises and chewing. It'll be ASMR. We'll do Chipwich ASMR.
Oh my god, yes.
Are you listening,
okay,
Chipwich?
Tatum Skaggs' Twitter is not giving me anything. What's Emily's last? Harley? You guys are getting an inside look at how I actually do my research, which is just to find all their social media accounts.
I'm helping. Sammy Samsonite says, "Go Barstool, go." Good one, buddy. You crushed it. You crushed that comment.
Go away.
Oh my god. Sammy's
First of all, I have a horse whose name is Samson, and you're slandering his good name. So
Sammy's sitting there like, what can I say to these two people that's really gonna crush their lives? Go Barstool,
okay,
go.
Wait. Emily Harley's banner photo is a picture of a man getting drafted by the Stars.
Yo, you guys,
Dallas
next
Stars.
draft pick, second round's up. Sammy, go back to obscurity, goodbye. Okay, the second, so we've got Linda Cohn, round 2, Connecticut Whale, choosing.
They drafted Angelica Diffendahl from RMU. Got a lot of two RMU picks already, which is great. She's a forward, which is awesome because the Buttes need to score. And presumably that's what you do if you play forward.
I really wish I had a secret background video camera of Michelle right now. Maybe that's a mental note for myself.
First of all,
I don't know what that says,
okay,
Michelle.
Angelica Diffendahl.
Yo, they're announcing another one? What is happening? 3 of them! They just announced 3 of them! What is happening?
Wait, why? Why are we doing that? That's stupid.
Oh my god, you guys. Oh my god.
Did they actually announce 3 of them?
Yeah, they did. So,
all right, let's go one at a time. Pick number 2 in the second round is the Whale. They have picked Emma Pulaski out of Syracuse. She is a forward. She was their alternate captain. She's from New Jersey, so that's got her for the ribs. She was an econ major, which means maybe she can explain to me Bitcoin. What's her name? I just forgot it.
Oh my god, PK Subban's announcing the Toronto 6 10th draft pick. I love you, PK. I love you so much.
All right. So who was the third pick of the second round? This is a mess.
Dude, I don't even know. Like, can we? Never mind.
Okay, hold on. I'm
Oh my
gonna
God.
figure it out.
They're announcing the last pick. You guys, I can't. This is like on Christmas morning when you have so many presents and then people shove them into your hands and you don't have time to digest it, and it's
That's never
stressing
happened
me
to
out.
I can't relate to that.
But then it's over. Then we're done, right? Then the draft show's over.
I'm just gonna ignore the third round and talk about the second round at this point.
Okay, that's perfect.
Okay, why did they do it like this? This can't, like, just from a content perspective, this is a disaster.
Well, how many rounds are there?
It doesn't.
There's 5
To
rounds.
me, then split it over 2 days if you're gonna be like this about it. Okay, I literally don't know what order this is even happening.
As a CS major who read the original paper announcing Bitcoin, I can tell you with confidence.
Rachel Marmon, a defenseman from Mercyhurst University, is going to the 6.
Okay.
Again, they need defense. One of your favorite players ever is from Mercyhurst. Taylor Accursey.
Draft board, we got this. Oh, Taylor's from Mercyhurst. I do love Taylor Accursey. We've got an updated draft board. We've got Angelica to the Buttes, 2nd pick, Whale, Emma Pulaski, 6, Annie McDonald, and then Rachel
Caroline
Marmon.
Ross. Caroline Ross to the Riveters. She's a defender. Here's how I feel about the Riveters right now, pulling a defenseman. This is probably conjecture, but I'm gonna conject. Is that? I don't think that's a word.
You're a lawyer. You can say whatever you want.
Don't tell me that. They have taken a defenseman from Colgate. I wonder if they're moving on from Rebecca Morse, and if so, that's a mistake.
Well, much like most of the PWHPA studs, a lot of the NWHL players are beginning to age out. The original Packer, Moose, Orlando, like
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
The assistant GM of the Yankees announced the Riveters pick, which feels like a targeted ad to me. I will not be a Riveters fan, Anya. You can try, but it's not going to happen. I agree with you. I think if you were going to sign people to like 2 or 3 year contracts, I would understand being like, the Morse era is over. But you're signing 1 year at a time, and she was great in the bubble.
Yeah, she's a great player.
That she's like declining in any way. So why would you not? Wherever she goes, she's going to be a monster, and the Rivs are going to regret it. That's how I feel about it. Maybe I'll be wrong.
I don't think you will be. I'm a big fan of Moose personally.
Yeah, I mean, who isn't, right?
I honestly don't know. But that's the thing. You know who's been around since day one? Moose. You know who's been around since day one? Packer.
Round 2, number 12 overall. Tina Campa from Bemidji State. I'm telling you.
Bemidji!
Robiv.
Bemidji!
Taylor Campa.
Draft board. We got an updated second round.
And I found someone else instead.
Okay, so we got the full draft board up. 3 defense, 3 forwards.
Oh, we got everyone.
We got everyone. It's Moose. I mean, I want to learn more about Bemidji and the Bemidji Beavers.
Roll beef.
Justin Beliebers. That's what I want to learn about.
Who do I think has done the best so far draft-wise, given the picks that they've had? Because it's easy to say Toronto, but that's just because they've had the most picks.
They've picked 4 players compared to the Pride's 0.
I think in terms of addressing need, probably who selected Tatum Skaggs? Toronto, right? Okay. So really they've selected 3 times because Tatum's not going to play there. So I would say, I think Connecticut got a really underrated player in Taylor Gerard, and they also picked another forward, which to me says they know where their strengths are, and it's going to be great. I think they're ready.
What do you think the Riveters are going to be like this season? I'm worried about them.
I think you should be worried about them. I think that's reasonable.
Here
are 3 or 4 players who I think they might be losing by choice or not. We know for sure they lost Soroya.
Yep.
We think they're probably moving on from Moose, which I think is a them decision. Kaylee Hutchison was at whale camp. If they lose her, also that's bad. And Tara Hoffman, I think, has been at both whale camps. So alarming to me personally. I think Sonia Shelley is a great goaltender, but why would you not want a good young backup, I guess, is how I feel about it. Especially someone who is the quality of person that Tara Hoffman is. She's just an incredible person, too. And that matters.
I think the Whale are going to see some good stuff this year. Honestly, like the way they ended the bubble, the way they ended last season, you know, I think they're gonna be good. But I don't agree. I don't agree with the Buttes draft picks. I don't.
Why?
They're right. Jordan Duran's not coming back, right? Like I'm pretty sure she's not coming back.
She's not, but I don't know. I'm not closing that door yet.
They have like CJ replaces normal defenders, right? CJ is her own defender.
Yeah, but she's gonna hurt herself if she has to do that every weekend.
That's true, but you gotta put points on the board. They in Lake Placid, they could not put goals in. They could not put pucks in the back of the net.
Yeah.
And
well, they just picked another forward, so maybe they heard you. No, she's a defenseman. Never mind. They're wrong. You're right.
Like I respect the institution so much. I'm not talking smack about the Buttes at all. But they're my favorite NWHL team. So I have to
maybe they have like something in their back pocket and they're about to sign like
maybe
they're about to get Corinne Bowie back or something like
or like in the international draft.
Yeah, I feel like knowing Nate the way that I do, I feel like it would be surprising to me if he was messing it up.
Yeah. Holly Morrison says poor CJ needs a break.
It's a fact. Well, there's been another U Sports selection, the University of Alberta, which I think they are either the dinosaurs or the pandas. Can someone please confirm?
Oh my God, I hope they're both. I want them to be the dinosaur pandas. Is that not a thing?
I think they're the pandas.
Brooks M is pointing out Whitecaps take 2 Bemidji defenders in 2 rounds.
They're the pandas. They have like a very angry panda mascot, which I love.
Yeah.
RMU must be proud. Oh wait. Ouch.
Also, y'all, we're gonna stop we're stopping after the second round because like.
Oh yeah, we stopped.
Obvious reasons. But not to discredit the amazing players who are being picked in the subsequent rounds, but let's talk about.
Oh wait,
this.
Okay. There is one player in the 3rd round I want to talk about just because it's happening right now and they're going so fast. The Minnesota Whitecaps took Taylor Wente out of. I think I'm pronouncing that wrong, but it's fine. I will figure it out and apologize later. This player is of a caliber that maybe only 2 or 3 NWHL players in the league. Like her ceiling is like Jillian Dempsey level to me.
Ooh.
So if Minnesota convinces her to sign, that's a big deal. Also kind of weird to me that they waited to the 3rd round to draft her and drafted 2 Bemidji State players over her. Because you'd think that she'd be good enough that someone else would. Maybe she just didn't want to play anywhere else because she played at Minnesota.
There is that whole issue with the NWHL that doesn't exist in, the rest of sports leagues that we pay attention to, where it is, will they come here, right? Will they come here? And that's huge because even if, the Riveters go 1st round pick with someone, if they're not going to leave, if they're not going to travel to New York, then they're not going to show up to the city. I mean, the salary cap doubled this year, which is amazing. But without, further incentives, it's hard for these women to make this a full-time career in a new state. I don't know.
I agree. It's definitely an interesting nuance that like we're not used to having to think about as people who watch sport.
Okay, I have a question for you,
Yes.
Eleni. Oh my god, you guys, I have the name switched on freaking OBS and I'm not fixing it. I'm not fixing it, and I'm
That's
not
me, I'm
fixing it.
GamerDoc.
I'm not
Nice to
fixing
meet
it.
you.
I am Eleni. Oh, I gotta go to backwards cap. What do you think about the new private ownership?
I think people don't maybe understand really what's going on with it, and that's partially because it's not being explained well. And I don't know if they're not explaining it well because they just don't have the capacity or if they just don't want to. But I think I've seen a lot of reactions where people are like, it's not really private ownership because it's the same people who were investors, which like, yeah, but not really. Like, yeah, it's the same people, but the idea is that you're selling. The league doesn't own any teams anymore.
Yeah.
Each team is individually owned, which makes it easier for them to change how they're treating each team. Because when the league owns teams, they have to treat all the teams the same. But when a guy owns two different teams, if he wants to, one of those teams can have a fancy locker room, and one of them doesn't need to. Like if you're a player in Minnesota, does having a really fancy locker room move the needle for you, or is it already enough that you're playing in Minnesota in the Wild's practice rink versus how much money am I as an investor willing to put into making the Buttes Northtown Center like actually a very cool place that's specific to the Buttes? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And if they were owned by the league, you would get in trouble for treating them differently. But now they can do whatever they want. And it's easier to sell them if someone else is like, hey, I want to buy your Minnesota franchise. Like if for some reason the GM of the Wild, which I think would be not allowed, maybe, I'm not sure. But if Bill Guerin was like, hey man, I want to buy your hockey team, it's easier to do that than it was.
Yeah. But there's less accountability, and I think this is what we're seeing with the Ryland area versus the Taminea era, which was in that early formation of the league. Who we're selling these teams to, who's in control, is super important.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And the ethics and the thought process and the emotions really were more of a consideration in that day. And in the Taminea area, it's business, right? It's business. And I'm not saying either of those is better than the other one, right? I think what Tyler is doing is going to help grow the league. I think what Danny was doing helped inspire the league and create the league. But with these private ownership groups, there is a little less accountability to the league especially. But also, who are we accounting to now? With Ryland out, with Bada out, with the old guard out, even if you had that centralized government, it was still kind of the same as the
I think my concern is less with these guys owning these teams and more with the Boyntons owning everything else.
Yeah.
Because to me, these guys having these teams, I don't think they're going to continue to own them for a long time.
Yeah.
The impression that I've gotten is that maybe they'll own one of them for a while, but they're planning on like moving on from them. And I think the Boyntons are here to hang around. And if they're here to hang around, then it matters a lot what they think of the stuff that was going on with Digit and what they think of the Athlete Ally sponsorship and what they think of, everything else. So I don't know. I don't know them and I haven't spoken to them ever, so I don't really know what their personal opinions are on this stuff, but it matters.
Yeah, it does matter. Should we do an episode on the Boytons? Should we do an episode on all of the private owners and like just Google the crap out of them and just see everything that's ever been written about them?
I'm sure. I'm happy to do that.
Because who knows who owns these teams? I have no idea. I can't wait to buy a team.
You and me both, friend.
We're going to be the DC Beliebers.
The Beliebers. Does every player on the team have to have like a Justin Bieber
haircut?
haircut?
Yeah. No, that's actually the helmet.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Well, we can talk more about private ownership on our next episode, which is going to air next Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So tune in for that to hear more about private ownership. I would love to talk a little bit more about like how much you think, we'll save it. I got some insider information, so I would love to talk about it in a fun setting. I don't want to talk about it now because I need to check with my sources to make sure I'm allowed to reveal the information that I have. Eleni, any other closing thoughts? Holly, send them to us. Send them, Holly. Send them to me. Send them to me.
My closing thoughts are, if Megan Barris and Taylor went to actually sign in the NWHL, it is going to be a landmark moment in the whole rift to the extent that it exists. Both of them are from programs that have extremely strong ties to the U.S. national team, which comprises probably a solid third of the PWHPA as it stands. So if they do sign in the NWHL, I do think that means something. I don't think it's as culty as people think it is. On either side, there are plenty of NWHL players who are very close friends with PWHPA players or have dated them, and it's been fine. So I think it's really more the fans. But still, I feel like it is a big deal to be like, I could, assuming the PWHPA exists this year with centralization, I could go play there, but I'm going to play in Minnesota for the Whitecaps. That means something. That says something. Whether or not they mean to be making a statement, it does make a statement. And I think that would be cool, personally.
And for those of you who are interested in the future of the show, we are going to be doing a deep analysis on the split, what happened, what was said, who was told what those initial moments and thoughts were like, because that's really important, because I completely agree with you, Eleni. I think that it's polarizing to the fans. It's like, are you team PW or are you team NWE? And NW. When in actuality, that's the narrative that people who want to bring down women's sports is perpetuating. And that's not the narrative. I think
that a lot of the narrative has been perpetuated by men. It's been perpetuated by men in men's sports. I'm not afraid to say that. Men in men's sports have been like, this is such a female argument that makes them look so catty. Like, first of all, have you watched a man's sport game ever? Because, like,
no,
I don't want to hear it. And
never.
Second of all, you're fabricating to some extent. Like, okay, people have said things on both sides that have been nasty, but like, is that not just sports?
Yeah. So
and maybe there's a place for that. Maybe it's okay for them to be nasty to each other a little bit. Like, maybe that's fine. Maybe competition is fun and good, and maybe neither one of them needs to like be crushed.
I don't know who those people are, Michelle. I don't know.
Oh, okay. So Cara Ouellette and Julie Chu just announced a draft pick. Cara Ouellette is a Canadian legend, women's hockey legend, former captain of the Canadian national team. Julie Chu, her wife, also a former captain of the U.S. women's national team. And they have two adorable is a word now. Two adorable daughters who are super cute, and I love them. Yep. And I'm excited that they're involved. I think that also is making a statement, by the way.
Yeah.
Spencer Knight of the Panthers is now announcing a pick, which is cool. He went to BC, which makes me think this is going to be a BC pick.
Are they on round 12 now?
Yeah.
At Spencer current pace.
Spencer Knight has to be announcing a BC player. I'm sweating so much right now.
Montele. And I'm playing charades with Michelle right now in chat, and it's amazing. I once tripped up the stairs to the front of both of them while they were coaching. Yeah, so I mean, I think that's what we're gonna do on this show. Is we're gonna have some conversations that have never been had before, because people are afraid to ask questions. And
there's one round left. Do you want to just hang out?
Sure.
It's gonna take me 10 minutes to do.
Sure, whatever you want.
Okay, so Jenna Brennaman is the pick that Spencer Knight announced. She is a goaltender, which makes sense what the connection is. She went to Penn State, which is an extremely underrated program. Shout out to Sarah Sivian. We are, #we are. Am I going to sweat my entire body weight before the end of the draft? We'll find out.
Tune in next week. to find out
if there's anything left.
If there's anything left of Eleni besides just a flat brim, a snapback.
It's actually a dad hat. It's the hat that it's from my beer league team. I can't say the name on air because it's not PG-13.
I also have that as a problem with my beer team. I can't say my name, my number, or my team name.
Wow. I wear number 44, which is a family-friendly number.
Yeah, I wear that plus 25. So there we are.
I think that Caro and Julie announcing a pick cements the idea that there's going to be a team in Montreal in short order. And I think it would be really cool if, like Angela James, one or both of them would coach. The first tandem wife coaching.
Oh my God.
In
Can you
NWHL
imagine? Ashley Stretch Johnson's suits in the bubble has led the way for that, I believe.
I agree.
It was paved by that. So Montreal, why wait 2 years after the CWHL dissolves? Why do it now?
Well, they were going to do it. So I guess it's the Boytons again, by the way. The information that I was given was that they were planning on going after the 2020-2021 season, but then COVID happened and the bubble was kind of a mess. The first bubble.
Kind of a mess?
I'm trying to be generous. The bubble was a total poop show.
Yeah.
And they were like, maybe we'll wait and get like a full season at home of Toronto, playing in Toronto before we jump on. I think if they were not the Boytons and it was another investor, maybe they would have just done it. But there's a lot going on for the Boytons right now and they're chilling on it. I do think it's going to happen, whether it's the Boytons or it's someone else.
Yeah.
I think it would be ludicrous for there not to be a team in Montreal, and I think everybody knows that.
Luda! Thanks for laughing at my joke. We gotta learn more about the Boytons because I didn't like it's if you're not paying attention to this kind of stuff, it's hard to see the undercurrent, right? You just see the logs floating on the stream. You don't see what's going on underneath the surface. And I want to know. I would like to know.
I want to know. What? Please show me.
I was singing a different song.
Oh. Well, that's fine.
Know,
we'll have a karaoke night.
Know.
Okay. The fourth round, best name in the fourth round draft has to be Finley Frechette.
Oh, what a name.
But there's some great names. Olivia Atkinson is a strong name. And Jenna Brennaman is extremely fun to say. Say Jenna Brennaman.
Jenna Brennaman.
We're calling her Jennaman now.
Jennaman. If that's not already her hockey name, I don't. What's wrong with her teammates? What's wrong with her teammates? Tweet it. You're so good at tweeting.
Jenna Brennaman.
You're so good at tweeting.
Jennaman, am I right?
Gunsmith, thank you for the complimenting my math joke. I really appreciate you.
I didn't even hear the math joke because I don't know what math is enough to understand a math joke.
It's not. It was addition. So.
That's way too much for me. You're vastly overrested. I did not go to law school because I could do math.
Okay. I'm excited for our show next week. I'm
excited for our show next week too.
We will be every show, y'all, is gonna be different. Every show is gonna be super different. We're gonna start with news. We're gonna have a little midsection of weirdness, and then we're gonna follow up with an interview. And when we interview players, right, like one of the things we asked Soroya was, what are you tired of talking about? What are you tired of hearing? What are you tired of speaking about? What's that thing that you regurgitate over and over again? It's like the friggin' intermission reports. You know, last night when the Canadians Bolts game, it was like, what are some things you need to do to win this second period? It's like, well, we need to put more pucks in the net, and you know, boys are taking shots and some boys aren't taking shots, and we're gonna put pucks in the net. We're gonna continue to do what we do. Right? Like, I'm so tired of those interviews.
We should be asking questions like you asked about what kind of sandwich. And
Thank
I also
you.
like
What kind of sandwich are you?
One of my favorite questions to ask people is like, what was going through your head when X happened on the ice? Because I love when the answer is like absolutely nothing. Head empty, no thoughts, head empty. Because like that's relatable when I'm at work and I'm doing something urgently. Like nothing's happening in there.
You know what my favorite question to ask is? What's your social security number and mom's maiden name?
Yeah, I've never had anyone answer that, but the day that they do, it's really going to be a breakthrough for us, I think.
Yeah, it's going to we're going to recover financially, I think.
They won't.
They will never financially recover from it. Eleni, if you were... Okay. Spotlight series, Eleni, you are a NHL player. It's an intermission report. Ready? Are you ready? You're down.
Yeah, hold on.
Okay, get into character. Get into character.
It's got to be slightly askew.
I'm going to give you a scene. Okay?
All right. Yeah, I'm ready.
You're down 3-2. It's game 7 of the Stanley Cup playoffs.
Oh,
and
Jesus.
You are
the final?
And you are the defender who just let in a really stupid goal. It was your fault. Okay, you ready? I'm going to ask you a question, right?
All right, I'm ready.
Scene. So, Eleni DeVesta has that play, period didn't go exactly how you hope. What are some things you're going to need to turn around and talk about in the locker room to make sure you guys come out on top at the end of this period?
Well, we just gotta stick together and get to the dirty areas and get pucks deep. Gotta get pucks deep to the net, not our net, the other net. Ideally, like that direction. And we just gotta do it for the boys in the third period.
The long pause in the beginning just got me. It got me so hard.
They always do that. I don't know if there's a delay or if they're just like actually that bad at processing spoken words, but like there's always this like super big gap. And then if you're asking a women's hockey player, they're like, yeah, so I did some calculus to determine what angle I needed to pass the puck at for her to hit it at the right speed for her to get it into that corner of the net. And I think that we just got lucky that my math was good. And I was also translating French at the same time. So we'll see how it goes in the third period, but hopefully we'll have some strategies to deal with the way they're rushing on the corners. Like, there's a huge difference.
And also donate to my charity and all this free time work that I'm doing.
Yeah. Oh, also I'm a mechanical engineer and I'm also good at it. So, I built a robot earlier. And maybe we can use the robot.
And Nugent goes, what are the favorite numbers from the front and back of your credit card?
That's a good one.
Holly, do you remember the goals I just scored? No, I don't. I think that interview is what we should end this show on.
I agree. I'm not sure I can top that.
I'm gonna clip that.
I was gonna beg you to clip it if you weren't already. Oh my god,
I was not ready for that. Your long pause, I was like, oh, I wonder if she doesn't want to do this. I'm sorry I put her on the spot. And then you just came in so hard, and all of my decisions I made in life leading me to you were just justified. So there you go.
I do have a theater degree, so I was ready to go.
All right, y'all. So thank you all so much for tuning in to our draft show. Michelle, will you just pop onto audio and say goodbye to everybody? You're behind the scenes. Don't shake your head. Michelle
just
J, behind the scenes, has been doing all of the work. Eleni and I are just the pretty faces. Michelle is the pretty face plus the brains. Michelle, would you want to just pop on and say goodbye to people, please?
Bye. I don't know why I'm waving. No one can see me.
Thank you for telling us that you were waving, though.
Michelle is, if you guys don't know this, Eleni and I are the faces, but Michelle does more work than both of us combined. So
Michelle is the heart and beating soul.
The beating soul.
Soul and beating heart.
The beating soul. No, you said it. You have to lay in this bed. Michelle is the beating soul of this podcast.
What an L.
Eleni and I are the foreheads.
Yeah. This is the IceGarden house signing off. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you, IceGarden's house. Can we let's do a zoom out on the foreheads?
What are we doing?
Get the forehead in there. Get the forehead in there.
Oh,
Tune in next Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for more